Good morning and welcome back to TTSMC Trader, guys. How are you all? I hope everyone is cool. I was a bit late today. Sorry for that. This market is going to start. Let me see what is happening actually. Yeah, if you can hear me, please let me know that, okay? Mm-hmm. Amen. Just let me see what is happening. Slide. Slide. Oh man, the price is really so beautiful outside of the AM session. Whenever you wanna trade, the market is so beautiful. But when it is the AM session, a lot of manipulation is happening. Have to take the decision. Hey RSB for XY. Good morning, brother. Thanks for the penguin. I love you, brother, for commenting the first time. And please make sure you have pushed the like button, okay? Suzivan, good morning, sir. How are you? Let me know if you have taken any trade or not. What is your bias today? What you're thinking about market today? I really don't have any thought about that. I was just seeing the market around I think 6 a.m. around the morning session, New York local time. And when I have seen this expansion, I just say this is not a tradable market, to be honest. Good morning, big bro. Hey, Derek. Good morning, sir. Thanks for being over here, man. RS loud and clear. Thank you so much, man, for confirming. Thank you, Suzivan, as well, man. You're good. Thank you. Loud and clear. Thank you, man. Daniel, all clear. That's good. Dora, just don't forget, Dora, whatever we have talked yesterday. Don't forget about that, sister. Shawada, good morning, sir. Mohammed Salman, you are bullish. Tough decision for me to take the buy. Our market has already done all the job it has to do. It has to finish. So market has perfectly respected the. So far, I have seen that it has respected the standard deviation level. So I just need to make sure that I was not right. First, I watch for this leg to look for my breaker block. I mean, sorry, the standard deviation when the market has broken the level, as you can see over here. If I go body to body, you see this -3 has been broken over here. So I had to go for this leg around this area to look for the breaker block. So over here, the low is over there and the high is over here. So far I have seen that it has done its job over here. So it has traded the -2.5 standard deviation. Yeah, just a fake breakout. Like one candle has closed, the very next candle has closed below this line, then it started to fall. Okay, so as I have seen around that area, it was around 7, right? So I saw this market around 6:45. So this was the candle I was watching. That market has already done the job. -2.5 standard deviation has been traded already. I needed to see the fall actually. I was not interested to see this market to keep going higher as the standard deviation has been already done. So if you ask me to think about buy, tough decision for me. I'm not interested to look for the buy. I'm more interested to see if the market can fall. Let me see where is the opening gap, by the way. Regular trading hour. So here is a huge opening gap. I'm going to remove this standard deviation level from my chart. So let me mark this opening gap. This is from today. It's not only the opening gap I'm interested to see today, but also I'm interested to see this opening gap to be traded by today. So I need the expansion, but the expansion toward the sort of opening gap over here. So I'm more interested to see if the market can fall and come at least the 50% of this opening gap by today. So if it happens, maybe I'll be able to trade. Otherwise, I'm not interested to go for any sort of buy. However, as Mohammed Salman, you told that you are bullish. I highly appreciate it, brother, if you frame the buy setup. Okay. So please try to take some sort of buy as your bias is bullish. So whenever you feel good, take the buy. Or if you find any selling opportunity and you feel good about that sell, go for it as well. I'm not interested to take any sort of buy. I'm more interested to see if the market can fall or not. So bearish market is my understanding for today. I'm more interested to see if the market can fall. The reason is market has perfectly respected the minus 2.5 standard deviation. Yeah, one candle has closed. The very next candle has closed below the minus 2.5 standard deviation. It can happen from minus 2 standard deviation. But as long as minus 2 standard deviation is holding the market, 2.5 is holding the market, I'm more interested to see if the market can fall or not. However, it came here. So those people who are interested to take the buy, please look for that. Okay. I'll not take any short of buy. I'm more interested to see if I can find any selling opportunity. So look for that. Zinsi, good morning, brother. TP at all-time high. Best of luck, brother. I think we are going to move lower to fill the opening range gap. That's my target for today. Actually, I'm more interested to see this opening gap, not 100%, at least the 50% is going to be my target. So if it can come until this line, which is 27.87 on point 0.75, if it can come over here. Overnight big run, as you can see here, this is the overnight big run, market open over there and end up over there, right? So if I look for the range, which is near about from here to here is near about 400 handle. This 400 handle is huge to me. Overnight big run can make the morning session consolidation, but still I will see if I can find a selling opportunity. Those people who are seeing the buying opportunity, please go for that. Don't hesitate, just take the trade. Win, good morning. Paper trading till the end of this month learning. That's cool, sister. When you will start to do that, you will start to see a lot of things you are missing. This is the gap, which is I'll call it the first presented fair value gap, according to me. So I will wait to see if this gap can be inversed and market can use this gap as a resistance or not. Okay, I'm not interested to take the buy. Some of you can see this market structure shift. Market has cleared a lot of liquidity, and maybe it has traded this gap over here, very small gap around that area. See this last gap. So to that specific leg, this is the last gap from 1 minute chart. It has also traded the 50-minute last fair value gap. So market structure shift, fair value gap has been traded, market will start to go higher. So you wanna take the buy, go for it. Highly appreciate it, brother. Thanks, my opinion. Yeah, I highly appreciate that, brother. Just don't change it, okay? Uh, it is more important to believe your analysis, even if you're wrong. Every single time, you should believe your own analysis. If you do that, you are doing a good job, man. So the last hourly candle just opened and fall. It didn't build any wick yet. So let's see if it can make the manipulation leg for that candle or not. Okay. So for this market is trading this last parallel gap. In my opinion, it is going higher. Okay. Let's see where is the buy side liquidity. This is the gap. This is the buy side liquidity, right? So there's the buy side liquidity. Not on us. Interested to see this come to this area. Okay, we'll see. I'll hold my trading for a bit as long as I'm not finding any beautiful sell opportunity. From 15-minute chart, I don't have any PTR around that area. Not yet, actually. So, can I do anything else? No, I can't do anything else. So I have to wait, okay? I'm going to wait. Good morning, Tamimi. Good morning, Trader Cubs. Good morning, brother. 28,514 is short-term target equal highs. 28,514, 28,514. 28,514. Okay, that's the buy side liquidity, short term target. I really don't want to see it will come until that area because this market has to go higher again. So it should leave some liquidity open. But yeah, we'll see if it can catch that buy side liquidity first and then if it can fall. There is also a 50-minute gap, bearish gap. But like to be honest, I don't want to see this market to come until that area. But it can go over here. So let me see where is the quadrant level. If I come here to here, this is the 50%, and there is also 6 on 8%, I believe. So yeah, this is that 6 on 8%. Of course, it can be taken. I mean, of course, it can be taken. Yeah, let's see. I will start to try to look for any sort of sell from that level or that area, which is this line, this two line. Okay, so we'll see. If you find any buying opportunity from here, please take it. Just take it. I just want to take the sell and I will wait for this gap to be broken. That means market is going to close below this gap. After that, I'll start to look for sell. This is my first sell side liquidity, second sell side liquidity over here, and then third sell side liquidity. Maximum target for today is over here. That line 27871. My target can be wrong. I can be wrong, but you have to count. Okay, how many times I'm wrong? You have to count that by yourself. Ah, good morning, Tamimi. Good morning, brother. Hey, Chatur. Good morning, sir. Guys, please don't forget to push the like button. And I am bullish. It doesn't mean that you have to be bullish. Yeah, sorry, I'm bearish. It doesn't mean that you have to be bearish. If your bias is bullish, believe in yourself. Look for the buying opportunity. Okay, keep looking for that. Wherever you will find the opportunity, take that buy. I highly appreciated that, brother. I just don't wanna see that any of you have changed your bias because of me. Okay, don't change it. Your analysis is always right. You are always right. I'm always wrong. Okay, so please be strict with your analysis, with your bias. Don't change it with me. What is the reason I'm not looking for the buy, or why I'm not bullish? Because market has perfectly traded minus 2.5 standard deviation. So the job is done over here for now. It needs to leave some buy side liquidity for later purpose because this is not done. I don't think so. This is gonna be the extreme high or the extreme all-time high. I just need some retracement now. After getting that retracement, I'll start to look for buy again for this all-time high over here. Okay, that is uh later I'll look for that. But for now, I need the retracement. So that's all I'm looking for. Let's see if I can find some. Why I'm marking this gap, that gap? Is that important? No, it's not important. I'm marking it so that later I can use this gap. Right now, I'm interested to look for sell. I have seen a bearish gap. I just marked it. I have no idea ever I'll be able to use this gap or not. Right now, I have no idea is this gap important or not. Later, I will see if this gap turned into an important gap or not. Okay. So when I'm marking something, I'm trying to explain why I'm marking that. Right now, this gap doesn't have any value to me. Guys, don't forget to push the like button. If your bias is bullish, take the buy. If your bias is bearish, try to look for the sell. Just don't change your bias. That's all. I'm watching the day hourly chart, and in hourly chart, if you look for the last hourly candle, that candle open started to fall. There is no manipulation leg for that hourly candle. So I'm watching. Can it go higher a bit to make a manipulation leg for that hourly candle before falling or not? This buy side liquidity is aligned with 6 on 8 level. So if it come over, I don't want to see that. I repeat, I don't want to see this to come over here. But if it come over here, I'll start to look for buy from there. If it doesn't come over here, which I prefer not to come over here, and started to fall, closed below this gap, then I'll start to look for sell. No sell is valid in this area, like here to here. Okay, in this area, no sell is valid here. Either I have to frame the trade from this red line or from this line over here. So any kind of sell is valid in between these two line here. So if there is market come, and then I will start to look for sell. Or if I would love to look for sell, my sell will be from this zone. That means below this first presented fair value gap or the first gap that is holding the market. So in these two area, I'll look for the selling opportunity. Okay. So obvious liquidity has been taken. That was obvious liquidity. Okay, that has been taken over here. It means that shallow run has taken again by another shallow run. The liquidity is gone over here. There is no liquidity left over here. Mhm. Don't forget to push the like button. And to be honest, 12,017 subscriber right now. So yesterday I got 12 subscriber. Happy to see that. I mean, still I'm getting more subscribers. Thank you so much, guys, for subscribing to our channel, for supporting, for everything. I'm not bullish. I'm not framing any buy. Whoever is interested to frame the buy, go for it. I'm more interested to take the sell. For me, the upper job is done. So market doesn't need to go higher again. Job is done. Market open, started to go higher. Everyone is seeing the market gap up, gapped up, and will go higher. So they will start to chase the market. Every single candle, they are taking buy, they are taking buy, they are taking buy. I want to see this market to fall, stop them out, to take this sell side liquidity, and trade this 50% at least. So from here to here, that's gonna be my target for now. So for example, from here to here, this is gonna be my target. So this 117 handle. Okay, and this. I'm just watching when it is going higher. Is it making any liquidity or is it taking the liquidity? That's all I'm watching over here. This gap doesn't have any value to me yet. It doesn't have. It's your inversion fair value gap. Use it, man. I don't have any problem. For me, this gap doesn't have any value yet. Okay, I'll just keep it because when the market is going higher, that was the first bearish gap. So I'll keep this gap to my chart so that I can use this gap later. And also the hourly candle has built the manipulation leg already. So it's time to see if it can start to fall or does it really would love to go higher until the highest up close body close candle from the hourly chart, which is aligned with this buy side liquidity and this line over here. Below the buy side liquidity, I have this last fair value gap, which I'm going to mark it. Yeah, I have a bit volume imbalance, so I'll add that. Market is trading the 50% range of this dealing range, high and the low. This is the 50% area. This is the 618% area. Okay. So the maximum run should be happen until the 618 level. After that, if this is a bearish market, it will fall. If it is a bullish market, I'm not going to take any buy over here. I'm not interested to buy in this deep premium area. So yesterday you talk about the buy in the premium, and today you are saying this is the deep premium. Because yesterday's price action, today's price action is different. Yesterday there was job that needs to be done. Market has to reach until a certain level. So that's why it was bullish. But today, market has already done the job. So it should not keep going higher again. So I'm bearish. I'm watching the market. If there is any selling opportunity now, I'll take that sell. Good morning. 28,515.75 equal highs. 28,515.75 equal highs. Yeah, I have already marked that, brother. I don't want to see this liquidity to be taken. That buy side liquidity, I don't want to see that to be taken. It can be wrong. It can go for that 6 on 8 level. Of course, it can do that. I just don't want to see that. I want to see that liquidity left open so that later market can go toward that buy side liquidity. It should leave some liquidity open. So that's why I'm watching that chart and I'm thinking that this liquidity is not going to be taken over here. Just my opinion, by the way. I got stopped out by one tick and it just hit my target profit. I'm pissed. That is really something to be pissed. I mean, you should be pissed. If you don't get pissed, then you are not a trader. If you get stopped out just by one tick and then it hit your target, you should get pissed. That is called bad luck, man. Sometimes you will feel like market maker is watching your entry and he just stop you out, then send the market wherever you are thinking it will go. So bad feelings. Would you wait if the equal highs will be taken? I told that I don't want to see that liquidity to be taken. That relatively equal highs, I don't want to see that to be taken. I can be wrong. It can simply take that on. But if market make any sort of bearish setup over here, I'll take that sell. So right now the market is trading the last fair value gap from the 1 minute chart. I'm watching can the last fair value gap hold the market and give me a selling opportunity. If it do that, I'm gonna take the sell. Why? Because that buy side liquidity from 1 minute chart. If you go to the 15-minute chart, you will see there is no buy side liquidity. Simply there is nothing. So 15-minute chart is the chart where you will find your liquidity. Okay, your where is your liquidity? You'll find that from your 15-minute chart, not from 1 minute chart. 1 minute chart just for the precision. That means from 15-minute chart, just for the sake of this conversation, this is the buy side liquidity from your 15-minute chart. Think like that way. In 15-minute chart, there is a buy side liquidity. Now I'm in 1 minute chart. I'm thinking that market is going for that 15-minute liquidity. I'll close my trade above this buy side liquidity. This liquidity is now important to me. Why? Because I have the 50-minute liquidity over there. As I don't have any 50-minute liquidity over here, there is no 50-minute liquidity. This liquidity doesn't have any value to me. It doesn't have simply, it's just nothing, simply nothing. If I were bullish, of course, I could target this liquidity because I'm bullish. So I need some liquidity so that I can put my TP over there. Otherwise, this liquidity doesn't have any value to me, if it make any sense to you. 930 created excellent sell side liquidity. That's cool, Sharada. I'm more interested to take the sell. I'm just waiting. Okay. So if it provided me any selling opportunity now, I'll take that. If it really would love to take that buy side liquidity and trade this 6 on 8 level, then I'll start to look for sell from that area by marking this last parabolic up over here. Something like that. Okay. But right now, I want to see this last gap to hold the market. Market will fail to take this buy side liquidity and it will start to fall. That's all I want to see. Hello, bro. I want to learn future trading step by step. I want to learn from the ground level. How can I start to learn it? Just go and watch that study folder, brother. In the meantime, when you will finish the study folder, I will start to build new videos. Okay, so that's gonna be like a step by step. Everything will be a step by step. Man, I was really so busy. I'm still busy. Okay, today I'm late also because I was on my farm. A lot of bad things happening over there. I'm just busy with my business right now a bit. I just need specific, I mean, a small time so that I can. Oh man, I mean, if it fall like that way, I won't be able to take any trade over here. For example, like this is not something I wanted to see. Okay, there should be a beautiful setup so that I could take the sell. Please, this is something okay, very bad. For example, I was in a buy. Just this is for the sake of this conversation. I'm in a buy from that area because my bias was bullish. This is just for an example. I took the buy here and I saw that this last parallel gap is holding the market. So what I will do, I'll put my stop loss below this candle because this candle has already traded this gap over here. Or maybe I'll put my stop loss just below this gap over here and I'll get a stop out over here. Suddenly that fall is unexpected. This is something is making trading much more difficult. This type of candles. That is something I don't like. Huh. But this is what it is, man. We are actually working on that. For example, I took the entry over here from this gap. I put my stop loss to the break even, just break even. Okay. Why? Because market is coming here and I know that it will go and take this buy side liquidity still. I just for the over here, I put my stop loss to the break even. Look what happened. Stop me out. Now we'll go higher. Maybe it will take that buy side liquidity. See this gap, how it is going to be is getting important to me. How it is going to get important to me. Like I'm seeing the reaction over here. So it's getting important to me. Not yet. I will use it, but not yet. Okay. So Jivan, that equal high is very likely to be taken now. Of course, it can go for it, brother. I'm just not interested to see it to be taken. There is a lot of, like lot of reason for this market to go higher and take this buy side liquidity. For example, there is also 6 on 8 level, right? It can go to trade that 6 on 8 level. It can go and come to take this liquidity because this liquidity is aligned with the 50-minute fair value gap. So it will come over here to trade the 50-minute bearish gap. Like, this is all reasonable. I just don't want to see that. The market will come here and take this liquidity. It should leave some liquidity open. So I'm watching this liquidity if it can leave it open. Otherwise, if it take it, maybe it will build another liquidity. That's going to be difficult for me. I hope my point is clear, brother. I'm not saying it can't take this liquidity. I'm just saying I don't want to see this liquidity is going to be taken. I want to see it to leave open. And later, this market will go toward that buy side liquidity over here. If it make any sense. I take partial from buy side. Congratulations, brother. At least you have to take the partial, man. That's cool. There is a gap in 15-minute chart. Where is the gap in 15-minute chart, brother? Here? Yeah, I know. I have already talked about that. There is a 50-minute fair value gap as well. So it is highly possible that it will go over there. I just don't want to see that. At 514. Yeah, I can see it, man. In my 50-minute chart, I can see there is a small gap over there. A very small gap, but still the gap is gap. Let's wait, okay? Well, the last gap is broken. So yeah, now it is high probability to take that liquidity over there because the last gap is broken over here. For example, if I were bullish, that could be my entry over here. So by anyhow, I missed the trade over here, or maybe I got stopped out around that area. I would start to look for the buying opportunity from that specific area when the last gap is broken. I want to see this market to tap to this last gap, and we'll go for this buy side liquidity over here. Nobody should close below the consequent crossment of this last fair value gap, but we can did the damage. So my stop loss has to be below this candle that has built this inverse gap as a valid inverse gap by that specific candle. So for example, if I were bullish, I missed the buy over here, I would take the buy from there. I'm not bullish, so I'm not taking any buy, okay? Need to pass one funded account. It depends on you, brother. I mean, it depends on you. The way you trade, it depends on you. If you are a gambler, it will take maybe one day. So just by one day, you will pass the funded account. If you are not a gambler, then it will take much more time, I guess. Okay. I'm not bullish. I'm not taking any buy, okay? Whoever is interested to take the buy, you're welcome to go for that buy. I'm not going to take any short of buy because I'm not bullish. I'm still bearish. I will keep looking for the selling opportunity. So for me, still there is no buying opportunity. I'm not interested to take any short of buy. Whoever is interested to take the buy, please go for it. In this bullish market, you're not buying. Sorry, sir. I can't take the buy. You're missing the trade. I'm missing the trade. You don't need to miss the trade. You take the buy. I think it will take 1 more minute to give any sort of reaction. We'll see that. That's equal high is very likely. I read your comment, I guess. Walaikum salam, Khurshid. I'm cool, man. Thanks for asking, brother. But I'm actually against a lot of people. A lot of people are bullish today, and I'm talking about bearishness over here. So I'm a bit afraid, actually. 9:45 a.m. week C is broken, so we're likely to take the equal high, but it has to break last Fabrica first. Maybe, brother. We'll see that, okay? We'll see that. Yeah, I would love to go with all of you. This buy sell liquidity will be taken. I hope so. I just don't want to see it to be taken, unfortunately. I need some liquidity to left open over there. And I'm seeing there is only that buy sell liquidity that is open. I mean, that is the only buy sell liquidity. I don't have any other buy sell liquidity. But still, I hope that buy sell liquidity will be taken. So let's see if this water block can hold the market, send the market higher to take that buy sell liquidity or not. I'm only interested to take the sell, so I'm waiting to see if I can take the sell. Still now there is no selling opportunity to me, so I'm not pushing any button. क्या करो है कुछ कुछ होता है. See at 9:45 a.m. candle week. See 9:45 candle week. 9:45 a.m. candle. This one. 9:45. This one. So this high is. I mean the C is broken. Market has cleared that high. I agree with you. Okay, so you are watching about this price. Oh, and this will be taken. Okay, I agree with you, all of you. So I'm going to withdraw my word because if I keep saying that, maybe you guys will get confused and maybe some of you are thinking about a buy and you will not do that. So I'm not going to say anything over here anymore. I'm just watching the market right now. Still now for me, there is no setup. So I'm waiting. Okay. Can we all pause for a second and hit the like button? Appreciate it. Thank you, Tamimi sir. Thank you so much, sir. And take a second to hit the like button. I hit it as soon as I am in the stream. Thank you, Sujivan, for pushing the like button, brother. I highly appreciate it, man. I captured the wholesale movement, brother, but in CFD. Simple, man. I mean, that is the same, right? If you got that from CFD, you are still profitable, brother. So I highly appreciate that, brother. And congratulations to catch that sell, man. I was watching the market around 6:45. I can see that because this is the area where I was seeing the market around that area, 6:45 or something like that, when this market first came to the standard deviation. So from coming here, I started to think about the sell, but unfortunately, I had to go to my farm actually. So I was not here after this market. But as a hindsight, I can see that there was a beautiful market structure shape. So I knew that when I should look for the sell, exactly from there, this is the first selling opportunity. You see here, this is the first selling opportunity. So the sell from there, whole fall. That is awesome. However, it came to this mean threshold. I want to see if this mean threshold can hold the market, send it higher for this buy side liquidity, or is it going to fall? Okay. Uh, if you are still bullish, please try to find the buying opportunity. I'm not thinking about buy. I think I'll find an opportunity to take the sell right now. Let me see what the market is coming for. Still now, I have nothing to do. The way it has fallen, except this inverse gap. I'm not good at inverse gap in this type of scenario, to be honest. Except this inverse gap, I didn't see any setup over there. Okay, so unfortunately, there was no setup. If there was any beautiful market structure shift or anything, I would try to take that sell from there by believing this is not going to be taken. I have already explained why this should not be taken. I don't care how obvious that is, that looks like to you. Just go and check your 50-minute chart. You'll understand there is nothing. So if it make any sense, but still now I have nothing to do. I will have to wait a bit more, I guess. Ooh. It's broken, okay, guys. So I'm going to remove this water block because that's broken. I wanted to see it to be broken. Now you will say, brother, after hindsight, everyone can tell that. I'm the one who told that this is not going to be taken. I'm not interested to see this is not going to be taken and market will start to fall. So when it was respecting this candle, I'll just mark the order block to see if it can be broken or not. So I can see it's broken. I need to see how this market is going to react with the 50% of this range. So this is the low of this range. See this row, and this is the high of this range here. This is the 50%. Can it go through this and come to this deep discounted area? If it come to this deep discounted area, I will just wait for a retracement to take the sell. Otherwise, if it respect from the 50% and keep going higher for this buy side liquidity, I will have to wait more and more and more. Right now, I'm observing this gap. If I see this is holding the market, body failed to close above this gap, I will keep this gap for later use. I mean, when it will close below this gap, that's gonna be my last line for going higher. If it is broken by the body, that means the body is going to close above this gap. I will remove this gap from my chart. It's not going to be important to me anymore. So I don't want to see the body close above this gap right now. See, the body has respected the high of this gap. That's all I wanted to see. Look at this, how this gap is now holding the market. I just wanted to see this to happen. All I need a confirmation, a body close below this gap. Why? Because I missed the sell from there. There was no setup to me. Okay, except this inverse gap. I'm not good at inverse gap, guys. I keep saying that I'm not good at inverse gap. Now, if the body close below this gap, I'll take the sell from this gap. If the body can close below this gap. Otherwise, I'll just wait for this market to keep going higher to take this buy side liquidity. Maybe I'll frame the buy when this market will inverse this gap over here. Maybe, because this is the last time for this market to fall. If it fail this time, it will never go higher. I mean, it will never fall, something like that. Time is now to see if it can go and lower. So sell from here. Stop loss. I'll put it over there. Okay, it's 43 handle. Oh man, I have already missed it. This candle closed, the next candle you have to take the sell. Okay. So I'll just randomly push the button wherever it going to take it. Why it didn't take me? I'll just push the button and stop loss is going to be there. Just putting it over there. Target profit is this sell side liquidity. I don't know I'll get stopped out or not, but I would love to see this market to respect this gap so beautifully, and it will keep falling. I didn't see the volume imbalance. I hope it's not going to respect from the volume imbalance. If it do that, I'll get stopped out. This is my last line. That gap is the last line to hold the market. If it fail to hold the market, it took me just a second. Yeah, it's broken. Actually, it is from here. Unfortunately, I didn't see that. That was the gap from here. So I thought that it's broken. However, I'll wait for the buy now. If it inverts this gap, I'll try to take the buy from that gap. Just it will close one tick above this gap. I'll take the buy over here for this buy side liquidity. This was the last time for the market to fall. As it has failed to fall and failed to break this in first presented gap, now I'm preferred to take the buy from inversing this gap for this buy side liquidity here. Now this buy side liquidity is important. And how it can be like 44 handle? How I can put the stop loss? Now I'm interested to take this buy. If it close above this gap, I think it has already closed. Let's see if it can take me. Here I didn't see this volume imbalance. Later I have noticed there is a small volume imbalance. As it failed, this is my time to think about the buy for this buy side liquid. I think I'm already late, so market is not going to take me if I'm not already late. I hope it will give me one more opportunity. I just randomly put my stop loss over here because I can't put it below this low. Already it's 44 handle. So my last limit is over here. It should go higher now without violating this gap, this small gap over here. It is respecting here. It should respect this, should go higher. I was bit late, okay? Because I was saying, talking to you. This candle closed. See, this candle closed. The next candle open, tap to this gap, and now it is going higher. This buy side liquidity is important to me. Sorry, it should be there. There. That was the last opportunity for the market to fall. As it has failed to fall, respected this last fair value gap. Again, I forgot to mark this volume imbalance. So I just got chopped over here. However, I got stopped out here. Immediately I have to take the buy from that candle until this buy side liquidity and 6 on 8 level over here by taking some partial. So for example, when I was talking about that, if anyone push the button, you have to push the button. I was a bit late because I was explaining the things over here. I don't need to get entered over here. I just need to explain you how I'm thinking about the market. Last opportunity, market failed. Market is going for this buy side liquidity for sure now. It has 0% possibility to fall and take this low without clearing this buy side liquidity now. Last fair value gap, hold the market, left the sign. I'll go back. First here, the last fair value gap is also over here. Last fair value gap, hold the market, send the market higher to take this buy side liquidity. I can't take entry over here because if I would love to do that, I have to put my stop loss below this area right here, which is like highly impossible. The entry should be from there, that line. I was just talking to you. That's why I was a bit late to push the button. I didn't see the time when the time was counting over there. And as you can see here, how perfectly it tapped to this gap over here. See here, how beautifully tapped over here. I was just a bit late because I was explaining you the price. This is going to be taken, like 99% I'm sure this is going to be taken right now. Previously, I told that I don't want to see that. Market is going to take that buy side. Like I wanted to see this fall. When this fall happened, last fair value gap, this is the last fair value gap, market failed to close this last fair value gap. So when it doesn't do that, closed above this old gap, that gap was not important to me. There is another opportunities. Here there is a 0% possibility market will go and take this low for this TP over here from the last fair value gap inverse way. So this time it failed. This time it will watch it like a religious belief. I'm not going to break the 50%. Here it's broken because market needed to fall one more time, one more manipulation. This time I don't want to see anybody to close below the consequent crossment of this gap without clearing this buy side liquidity over here. This buy side liquidity is important to you. So now this last gap should be used as a religious belief. We'll see, okay. But real entry, it should be from here and there you will add more over there. Body didn't close. Body has closed. It means that I have to wait this candle to inverse and work as a wardrobe block. I can't do that because the line is very small. So I can't just do that. So I will wait for this market to just go higher. As I missed it, I know that I have to add more over here. As I missed it over here, it should respect it. It didn't respect it. So it is falling, maybe to trade this gap, maybe to come to this last gap as it has been broken. It will go higher for sure. That's for sure. But just for a little more manipulation, that is also acceptable. I'll still keep this line open over there because if I get that opportunity to take re-entry, the job is done over here already immediately. So I will still believe this run to fall over here to give me the entry. I don't think so it will come over here, but still if it can come, I'll take the buy from here. The real buy will be here around that area. I'll just add more over there by putting my stop loss to the break even. There is a high probability market will work with this 50%, around this gap 50%, and it will keep going higher. If you have the volume imbalance, just add the volume imbalance. That is something now these days is very important. I want to see this market to work with the 50% of this gap and keep going higher. So maximum fall until the 50%. When I push the button over here, I shouldn't put it below this low. I had to put below this gap over here because that gap 50% is important. So at least the lower quadrant of this gap should be covered by my stop loss. In short, I will wait for this gap to be inversed to take the sell. If it fails, I will wait for this market to close above this gap, which is the last PDRA. If it inversed, next candle open, I'm gonna take the entry over here from there for this buy side liquidity. That is in short. That is the plan for trading this market. First, I am bearish to see if this market can fall. Market went higher, came to the 50% of the dealing range, rejected from there, market is falling with speed. So if this momentum is in the market, still it is in the market and broke the last fair value gap, I'm gonna take the sell from here for the sell side liquidity. If it failed to trade, close below this last fair value gap and inversed again, break the last PDR right below this buy side liquid last PDR, I'm gonna take the buy over here by covering the top of this first presented gap, even though it doesn't have any intention to come over here to take this buy side liquidity to be taken. Here I told that this is not going to be taken. I don't wanna see this is to be taken. Here I'm telling you it will take this liquidity even if it would love to fall. Liquidity will be taken, after that it will fall. Lot of drama, but still it will take this liquidity. And I prefer nobody close below this gap. It is the institutional order flow entry drill that should be, that should be traded two-third of the gap, two-third of the gap. When the market fall, trade this gap, which is the 22 YT model gap, order block, later built this candle as an order block. Finally, it has built this candle as an order block. This order block has been traded over here, open, traded, went higher, unfilled gap, institutional order flow entry drill, market will go higher. Body should not close below the 50% of that gap. However, if it come over here, I'll take this buy. Still, I believe this. Also, I'll take this buy because I don't believe that this market will come over here. So this buy is also valid to me. So it gave another opportunity. I'm happy to see that to trade this order block as well in a perfect way here. Order block. Covered the mean threshold of this order block, and also like this gap also be should hold the market. That gap high is over here, that should also hold the market. So I'm safe. It can maximum trade the 50% of this candle before going higher. Now if it doesn't work, what is going to happen? You can clearly see that this is a manipulation market. Just accumulating this market. I don't think so it will fail, but if it fail by any chance, I'll keep it here. The order block line, I'll keep it here so that you can see this gap over here. This gap should not get broken. By any chance, if it doesn't work, it means I don't think so it's not going to work, but if it doesn't work, this is a market which I'm not able to trade. Why? It is not doing the way it should do, the way it should respect the PDRA. Okay, it should not get broken. Why it's getting broken? I'm not liking that things. The way that gap has been broken, I didn't like it. I hope it's not going to respect that gap as a resistant, as a resistant way. All I have to do is I have to cover the 50% of this candle. A body has to close above this line now. The hell, man. Okay. Let me see where is the mean threshold. Also broke the mean threshold as well. Anytime I'll get an opportunity, try to trail the stop loss because the mean threshold of this order block is broken and this gap is now holding as a resistant way. This is the high of this gap, this is the low of this gap. As it is holding as a resistant way or as a resistance, I'm not liking it. Let's see if it can close above this order block so that I can put my stop loss over here. Just need to see if it can close above the order block. Perfect. I have no way to accept this market to close below this order block now, below this line over now. Like simply no way. It can trade this line, no problem, but it should not close below this line. If it do that, unbelievable market. I mean, to be honest, this is an untradable market, at least for me. If it close one tick below this order block now, no way to close below the order block. Yeah, it has closed, so this is not going to work. They will get stopped out. Unfortunately, I can't trade this market over here. As you can see here, until that line, everything was perfect. But when this candle, I mean, this came here, it is obvious that market is going to take this buy side liquidity as the market has cleared this sell side liquidity and respected the last fair value gap. Now, maybe it will work from here by tapping over there. I don't give a shit, but the way it has worked over here, I don't like it because it has an probability now to keep falling. Every PDR is getting broken over here. I'll just keep holding this because my stop loss trailing, I mean, stopped me out. I don't think so, but still, I'll just keep it. There is 0% possibility there are to fall this market without clearing this buy side liquidity. But the PDRs are broken over here. Good morning. I did the same trade. First presented fair gap has a volume. I didn't notice that, brother, at the beginning. Okay. So when I got stopped out, then I look on my left. Is there any volume imbalance? And I saw that there is a volume imbalance. So later I saw it. But the way it has broken this line or this area, I don't think so that this is going to hold the market and it's going to fall actually. I'm thinking like that way. Still, I'll keep it just to see if I got stopped out because of my trailing stop loss or not. But yeah, we'll see. Tough market because it doesn't need to fall until that area. It's a tough market. We are inside the first 30-minute opening range. It's just consolidating. Like overnight big run, so morning session consolidation, it's doing that. I think I got stopped out because of my trailing stop. See this candle over here? When this candle appeared, I didn't want to see this candle. I wanted to see like this candle, like over here. This candle closed, the next candle open, trade this order block. Yeah, it fall. There is nothing wrong to fall. But when it closed here, next candle will start to go higher and it will keep going higher without falling, closing below this order block. This candle was unexpected to me. Maybe because of my trailing stop loss, I got stopped out. It's like something I don't want to see. I never see this is going to happen. So for me, now this buy side liquidity, like it was juicy to me. Now this liquidity is something I don't want to see to be taken. I want to see this market to fall again because it left something, kind of like co- accumulation or yeah, something like that. Small accumulation over there. So I don't want to see this market to take this buy side liquidity right now, but maybe it will go over there right now. But I don't want to see that, unfortunately. Jamie, boom. Small last parallel gap at 9:56 a.m. is holding price down. Small. You're talking about this over here? Maybe. It's just sideways market. Simply sideways. PDRs are not respecting. That's the most frustrating thing. So it's in accumulation mode. This price action over here, which is before the market open, this price action, this is like around the opening of the, what, how to say that, like uh Asia session is the opening around that area. Still that price action is 1,000 times better than this price action. This is something like, I don't know what to call this type of price action. It could be the accumulation around the AM session, but like I was afraid of that. That's why I have waited for this leg. Until that leg, I have waited for that leg. When that leg appeared, the last fair value gap hold the market, send the market, and give the opportunities here. It should start to go higher and take that buy side liquidity. It doesn't need to fall until that area one more time. But I have no idea why it has done that things. I'll still keep this tool open just to see that did I get stopped out because of my trailing stop loss. It can happen, okay, but I didn't believe it because the way it worked over here with the order block, I didn't like it, to be honest. So for me, what do I want to see? I want to see this market to fall one more time. 15-minute chart is disaster, like small body long week, small body long week, small body long week. It's already disaster from the 50-minute chart. I think I got stopped out because of my trailing stop loss. but it's okay. Unfortunately, frustrating market. After 40 seconds, a new 50-minute candle will open. Someone please tell me what is happening, man. Someone please tell me what is happening. It's broken over here. So this accumulation low is gonna be the target for the market, I guess so. This is a new 50-minute candle. But by the way, the last candle from 50 minutes chart is much more beautiful comparing to the previous two candle. So that 50-minute candle is a beautiful bearish candle. Hope the consolidation is gonna be over here. Unbelievable. How can I frame a trade over there where the market is not respecting the way it should respect? The PDRs are getting broken and then it's going. It's disgusting. Come on. Okay. I was in live. Sorry guys, this price was just taking me, okay? To be honest, it's really just taking me. I was just out of my mind. So I forgot that I was in live, okay? Extremely sorry. You guys are writing something. Prince, you just tagged could retrace now. Boom, super boom for you. Finally, I'm green too. It's about to give a big green candle. Is he muted? I'm so sorry, Blum. I forgot that I was in live, okay? Because this price is like so shit. It was not working the way I was interested to see it to work. I forgot that I was in live. You're muted, and I was not muted, unfortunately. Sorry, no sound. Hey, Orl. Clarets, how are you, sir? Gaurav, no sound. Sorry, guys, I was not talking, okay? Because like this price was just taking my mind. Why it was like so much shit over there, and I trailed my stop loss at the bottom, so it took me. Just I forgot when I was read. I mean, just watching the market. I'm just so sorry. Okay, I'm divorced NQ. This is really so shit market, Dora. I wish I would have left a runner. Mm, that could be awesome if you could let the runner until that what is I mean that last parallel gap over there. 11 a.m. approaching. Watch out for potential London close reversal. Yes, and NQ decoupled, so it was shit. It was absolutely shit. I mean, I don't know. Maybe some of you will say that this is a really good market, but for me, it was absolutely shit. Absolutely shit. Like the way it worked over here, around there, it was absolutely. This is my mistake. I agree with you guys. This is absolutely my mistake over here. This time, I believe the last fair value gap around that area, it didn't work. So this buy, it worked. I will say that it perfectly worked. Okay. But the way this candle appeared, that candle appeared, no, I'm not happy to see this and this candle. They should not be over there. I mean, I don't know why they came to this line until that area. Why they came, I have no idea. They should not be here. This candle, this candle. Trust it the last gap one more time. Last time, actually, this is the third time. So it should work over there. However, there was the sell from this order block until this line. Okay. So either way, I didn't miss anything. I want to see this market to come over here around to this line, this gap or this box. If it come over here to this box, I'll try to frame another buy for this line. More importantly, until to the low of this gap, big gap over here. Before that, if it provide me any sort of selling opportunity, I'll take that. My prediction is bullish. Your prediction was bullish. Yeah, brother. I can see that it was bullish, brother. I didn't want to see the bullish market. I wanted to see the bearish market. But as this market is going higher, last PDR is holding the market, last parallel gap is holding the market from the bottom. So I'm just watching can it go until that last parallel gap from 15-minute chart before falling again. Yeah, brother, your prediction was absolutely right, brother. You were absolutely right, man. Did you get your boom, brother, by the way? Muhammad Salman. I hope you got the boom, brother. If it go one tick below this line, I'll take sell from here to until to the top of this box. Just one tick go below this line. Neptune, I am so frustrated with this market. I can't do anything right and keep losing. Brother, it's not only because if it's not only for you, man. There will be someone, they will say that it is a beautiful market. They're liars. Except those people, for every single people. This is a very frustrated market. I will say like that way. The way it went higher over here, it is something like you are not able to enter over here. Just simply it will keep stopping you out, keep stopping you out over here. I will agree that my trailing stop loss took me over here, but still the way it worked, I'm not happy to see that. If it close one tick below this line, I'll take the sell from that line. This is so frustrating market. I agree with you, brother. We have to we have to work on this market for until September to October. From September to October, keep taking the sell. Just keep looking for the sell. You don't need to do anything. Just every single day come in front of your chart, take the sell. You'll be profitable. The time is coming. But it will be like next 3 to 4 months, this type of frustrated market. It will be like this type of frustrated market, unfortunately. And you have to deal with that. Just don't give up. Either be patient, don't go for many trades. Try to take one or two trade. If it works good, if it doesn't work, just let it go. Otherwise, just keep watching the market. Read it. Try to predict how many times you're right, how many times you're wrong. Just keep looking for them. No PDRS is respecting over here. That is so frustrating. Otherwise the market is going higher or lower. Oh, that's cool, but it should respect the PDRS. That's it's not doing. That's so frustrating, at least to me. It has broken this dealing line, so I can't take that sell. I have to see if it can come over here and then give me the selling opportunity. So sad day for me, man. What is that line? Which is that line, brother? Which one? My account size is 180. Risk management make 100 in 1 month. That's cool, man. I mean, if you can make some money, as long as you are making money, you should be safe. Muhammad Salman. Make sure if you are in profit, don't you are going to re-enter over here. So sad day for me. J.B. Smith, it's not only for you, man. I believe most of the people will get stopped out in this market at the beginning. I mean, the way this market worked for like until that run appeared on the chart. So until 10:30, so 9:30 to 10:30, it was so frustrating over here. It was seek and destroy, just taking high, low. Like it was doing like that way. After 10:30, that run appeared, and it was a beautiful run, by the way. Neptune 3, this war made it very hard to trade because of all the uncertainty. I agree with you, Tamimi. This war, just broke down everything. The market is now like wild. It's a wild market. So you should hold your patience. If you break your patience, if you fall into the anger trap, you are done. Okay, your account is gone. So make sure that you're not like fall into that anger trap. If you don't see that it's working, just close the chart, come back next time. Wild west stock markets. Absolutely, Jen. So hard price action, brother. How to deal with it? I have no word, man. Like the only way to deal with it, go with the lowest level as possible. For example, here I went with three micro contract didn't work. I went three micro contract, add more, wanted to add more, but like I was a bit late, so it never gave me the opportunities to add one more contract. So when I saw it is working from the last fair value gap, I started to add more pyramid entry so that my loss can be mitigated. And I tried to take partial in every single level I was thinking it can trade. So as long as it was going to work. So I tried to keep taking the partial over there. However, as long as it's not working, make sure you are low leveraging. That is the only way you will be able to survive in this market. So, for example, you're going with lowest leverage 1, 2, 3 micro contract, you should be safe for the 50K account. You will always be safe. But if you are taking like 5, 6, 7, 8 micro contract, that's gonna be disaster for you. This is just my opinion, by the way. For me, I think like low leverage is the only way to survive on this market. Start with low leverage. When it will start to work with your direction, keep adding more. Pyramiding trade. That is the only way to survive in this market. I believe so, brother. 6:30 a.m. 15-minute fair value gap there. A small inversion fair value gap. We just tagged it. Yeah, I can see here the 15-minute last fair value gap has been tapped also over here. From 15-minute chart, there is the last fair value gap. The low has been tapped over here. Even though I didn't like it because this is so precise. I like this type of precision. At least when I'm going to opposite side. I need this market to go and work with this gap a bit more. But still, I'm watching this low to see if it can uh, like shift the low over here or not. Zip Smith, W. With W, you got an win. Congratulations, brother. And boom for you, man. Start with lowest leverage possible, then add more. But don't start with the high leverage. 6, 7, 8 contract, micro contract. Don't do that. You see this wild market, like nobody will be able to be here while the market is doing all of this shit. The first time when it tap here to this gap, come back again one more time, and then came here. This is unnecessary. If I were bullish, I would never put my stop loss wherever I put it over there, because I have got this bullish fair value gap, I have got this order block, I've got everything, right? This doesn't need to come back again over there. It doesn't need to come back over here. However, it came here. After coming here, it started to go higher again, right? And very near to this buy side liquidity. Last five lookup is broken. Every single PDR is broken. So what should it do? Simply take this buy side liquidity. After that, it can keep going higher or keep falling. It didn't do that. From here, it started to reverse, 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 reverse. And then this is another last fair value gap to the bull side. So the last fair value gap hold to the market over here. I agree with that. Okay, beautiful. This run appeared on the chart. When it came here, it should not come to the deep discounted area one more time. Like from this low to this high, it should not come to this deep discounted area before clearing this buy side liquidity. What happened? It came to this deep discounted area again, built another word, I mean, trade the order block. Even though it has done that, traded that order block, the way it worked with this order block, not acceptable. Still, maybe I'll say that, okay, it is also acceptable. Okay, whatever it is, I'm going to accept, accept that. This candle over here, it has closed above this bearish gap. The only bearish PDRA over here before below this high, right? Only bearish PDRA that's been broken over here. What happened by the next candle? Boom. That means you are still in this trade. I'm gonna stop you out. After stopping you out, boom, market started to go higher, keep going higher. This is so frustrating. However, I'm interested to see a fall right now until this box over here. I'm just waiting to see if it can shift this low. If it do that, I'll try to take the sell from here. That's this inversion fair value gap. No, did not take the last fair value gap on 15-minute chart. I saw it has done that. This candle low, this candle high. This is the last gap from 50-minute chart. Suzy one. See here, even I didn't add. There is any volume? No, there is no volume imbalance. However, I can see it. It has tapped over here. Oh man. Seven NQ brother, not MNQ. Oh, in NQ it didn't. Uh okay. Then it's a tough decision to take. Okay, I was seeing the MNQ actually, but in MNQ I have seen it has traded this gap over here. So if it didn't trade the MNQ. Sorry, in NQ, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. I mean, maybe I'll get a story, but it's like 20 handle. That's cool. I'll try to hold it just because 20 handle. I'll add more if it come and go below this line. I'll add more over here. All I need to see this market to close below this. Why? Do you know why? Look at this low and that low. How beautifully it has built the relatively equal lows. Below this relatively equal lows, I have the 50-minute bullish fair value gap over here around that area. So according to the logic, it should fall and trade the bullish fair value gap before going higher until this line over here, or maybe to this buy side liquidity. So that's my plan over here to think about this sell to go for this 50-minute bullish gap. After that, it will go higher. But I can see that it's not going to work like that way. It's going to stop me out, I guess. However, just 20 handle just above the high over here. That's why I'm saying that it's tough to trade over here. Look at this. Now, I'm just going to ignore the NQ chart. Think like I'm trading the MNQ chart only. Okay, I have no idea what is happening in NQ chart. Tap to this last gap, give me the market structure shift. Fair value gap has been traded. Build the relatively equal lows over here. Below this relatively equal lows, we have 50-minute fair value gap. So over here is that 50-minute fair value gap. I want to see this gap to be traded. Not only here, I would love to see it will trade maybe until the 50% of this gap. Then it will start to go higher again until that line, which is minus 1.5 standard deviation. And if it can have go until that area, that is also cool. That was the plan, but it's this shit just didn't do that. Stop me out. That was a small reaction. I wanted to catch that reaction. I can't call this is a good price action. I can't say this is something we can see for the price because the PDRS is something like that should be respected almost every time. Sometimes it's going to be broken, which is acceptable, but like 90% of the time PDRs are not working. Either market is not going to the PDRs or it is just simply breaking the PDRs. This is a bullish market. I want to take the buy, but I don't want to take the buy from here. I want to see this market to fall to trade a very specific level. Then it will go higher and to trade this line over here, that line. This is not accepted for me, unfortunately. Super bullish. I can see super bullish. You will start to take the buy. I promise you, brother, you will start to get stopping out because then the market will start to fall. It happened a lot of time with me. Like when it is bullish, it is bullish, it is bullish. And finally I was taking sell, sell, sell. And finally I just didn't get the boom. I started to think about the buy. When I push the button, market is super bearish. Just crazy in queue. What is happening in this chart? Oh, look at this chart. It was exactly the same thinking over here. This chart is too beautiful rather than comparing with NQ. Okay, like lot of time. And I don't need to come over here because this is the all-time high, so I don't have any price action over here. Okay, so simply I don't have any price action. So when the market came here, it gave me the market structure shift right here. This is the market structure shift. After the market structure shift, I will wait for this market to trade this gap so that I can take the sell from there, short from there. Stop loss maybe above this high, okay? Just think like that way. Stop loss is above that high. And I'll look for 50-minute bullish gaps. This bullish gap, I'm gonna mark that bullish gap here around this area. Go one more time. And I'll just try to take a partial over here to the top. And then I'll hold my trade until the 50% by putting my stop loss to the break even. So like 5 handle is huge for NQ, sorry, for ES. So don't think like that way. So when it will come here, I'll try to take the partial over there around this area. I'll try to take the partial, put my stop loss to the break even. It stopped me out. This has inversed. For example, it closed. I'll go for the rebuy over here because NQ is bullish. I will look for the correlated market by putting my stop loss over there and will target the line where I'm expecting the NQ is going to trade, right? So in MNQM. So as long as this NQ market, MNQM, micro enemy. Okay, it's not coming. 2026 MNQM, NQ. Oh, okay, sorry. I am here, not there. So it's here. MNQM. So here, as long as this market is not coming over here, I'll keep looking for the buying opportunity from there. Something like that. That was the exact plan for NQ. But this NQ is something like shit. It's not working the way I need to see it to work. Simply not working like that way. Kind of like highly manipulated. I have no idea how to trade this market. I mean, if it doesn't respect the PDR, how can I trade the market? Maybe for some people it's really so good. I don't know how they said this is a good market, but for me it's like tough market to trade. I think it has traded the last parabolic from the NQ chart as well this time. Perfect correlation with while. How can I say? You can say that it's perfect correlation with while. I mean, while market is so beautiful. I mean, if I come for 9:15, say 9:30, which is over here. This is the 9:30. So market fall first. Come here, take the liquidity, then it started to consolidate sideways. I don't think so, brother. You mean to say while super bullish, just crazy and Q perfect correlation with while WTI. I don't think so. It's the same thing, brother. No, it's just another shit market. It's just not moving anywhere. It's just sideways. The price is better. It's good outside of the session. Outside of the session, the market is much more better. Like so beautiful market. So beautiful market. Look at yesterday's PM session. Okay, this is yesterday's PM session, and if you look at the AM session, this is the AM session over here. If you compare all of this price action with this small price action, it is 1,000 times better rather than this type of price action. Why I'm saying that after that bull run, lot of consolidation, right? Lot of consolidation and then fall. Then a small run, not a huge run, consolidation, fall, consolidation, higher consolidation, whole time consolidation, manipulation, and then it was a bit not so good, but it's still some kind of run that was acceptable. Some run over there. Again from there, which is 220, which is the PM session, heart of the PM session, right? The silver bullet started to consolidate again. After the market close, which is 414, look at the beautiful price action over here. This is small run. How beautiful that is. Comparing with all the day. Then market open, come here, fall, Asia session, a bit consolidation, started to run from there. How beautifully it is respecting the PDRS. If I go for the price action over here, like this is the Asia session actually shifted the market. See this market structure shift after clearing all of this liquidity has been cleared here. All of this liquidity has been cleared. Failed to clear this low, which is the origin low. Shifted the market. Tap to the fair value gap. Lowest down close body close candle order block. Extend it to your right. Tap to this order block. Trade the mean threshold of this order block. I think you can see it. Just let me mark the things. This is called correlated consequences. I love to see this market like that way. Market structure shift. Sorry, market structure shift over there. I know it's hindsight, but I'm just trying to show you the beauty of this market outside of the session. Lowest down close body close candle is going to be your order block. Extend it to your right. Order block. After trading this order block, unfilled gap, never been filled this gap, keep going higher. A bit retracement, a small consolidation, never violate or manipulate anything over here. So maybe you took the entry over here, you added more over there, put your stop loss to the break even, let the market to go, took this buy side liquidity, you took a partial over here, put your stop loss a bit higher, okay? Maybe you just covered this gap over here, another big run over there. So after that run, you don't need anything else because from here to here, it's more than enough for being profitable around the AGS session. If I come to this London session, which is around 2 a.m., right? This is the 2 a.m. I'll look on my left from 15-minute chart. So let me go to the 15-minute London session. Okay, just look at the beautiful price action outside of the session. Let me close that so that it's not going to distract. Perfect. Let's look at the London session. This is the London session. Market is going to enter into 2 a.m. So I will look for the previous high. I can see this is the only high. Why I'm looking for high? Because this market is bullish. So around that area, right? Another swing high is over here. So this is the two swing high. I'll look for relatively equal highs. If I want to look for relatively equal lows, then I have this swing low. That swing low actually, not this one. This doesn't look like a swing low. It is the sideways candle. So this is the only swing low over here around that area to look for relatively equal lows. This line and that line. I'm going to remove this one over here. That line and that line. I'm going back to 1 minute chart. From 2 a.m. New York local time, when this market came very near to this line, it doesn't need to touch this line. It doesn't need to like do whatever it is. Okay. First opportunities to take the sell from the inverse gap or the 22 RT model, whatever you get at first. Whatever you will get, you will take the sell from there after building the relatively equal highs. We'll take the sell from there. Simple logic, right? Stop loss is just 9 handle. I prefer 20 handle right now because of the volatility as your target. Okay, I don't care where the market will go, but as your target, you should look for 20 handle, at least the partial over here, the London session, and then the market fall. This is an old low, right? That low I have just marked the old low. I think that was not the low. What was the low? Let me go one more time to the 50-minute chart. Let me see where I marked the London session low. I think that was the low over here. So I'll mark it over there and I'll change the color so that later I don't get confused. So that will be the color. 1 minute chart. This is that low. Okay. I'm interested to take buy. Maybe you are bullish. You are not bearish. You are bullish. So you took this sell. Sorry, you didn't take this sell. You are interested to take the buy, right? It fall came very near to this low, very near to this low over here around this area. Do you have the market structure shift? First of all, there is no market structure shift. Is there any inversion fair value gap? There is not even a single inversion fair value gap. So you are not allowed to take any sort of trade from there. then market fall again, and then fall again, came here. After coming here, is there any inversion gap? I don't see any inversion gap. Do I have any market structure shift? I have the market structure shift. This one is a valid market structure shift. Swing high, traded a gap, beautiful market structure shift, entry fair value gap. I think this is the entry fair value gap. So I'm more interested to take the buy from this gap. Stop loss maybe below this low. Okay, just no, just make it 1:1. So 20 handle, and I will hold my trade for 20 handle, which is here. Okay, I can see that it didn't reach until the 20 handle. Stop me out one more time. Not going to give up. We'll wait for exactly the same case of scenario. Another market structure shift, beautiful, swing high. Or if you look for this inverse gap, both of them are valid. Here I didn't have the inverse gap. You see, it traded this gap, fall, never close above this gap. And after this, I'm not interested to use this. So I'm more interested to see this gap to be inversed in a nice way. So if you would love to look for this inverse gap to take your buy, or if you see this high that has been shifted over here, which is a valid swing high as a market structure shift, fair value gap over here, if it is an immediate reaction, I'm gonna take the buy after getting this loss. Okay, so I didn't get the 20 handle over there, so I'm gonna take re-entry. Maybe stop loss is below this low because my target is 20 handle. So I'm gonna take the risk for 17 handle, and I'll see if it can provide me 20 handle. So maybe until that area. Okay, so until that area, took the partial, let the runner go by putting my stop loss to the break even. Maybe I'll get a stopped out over here. Beautiful sell, beautiful buy, one loss over here. If I keep trading this London session over there, like this is more beautiful rather than, and then this appeared on the chart. I have no idea why it happened around that area, 450 on candle. So from 450 on, it was a run for 154 handle just by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, just by 6 minutes, 154 handle run was over there. I don't know why it happened. Okay, this is something like unexpected. And then this market went higher. Would love to go for the 6:30 to 7 a.m. kill zone entry. 6:30 is here around this area. This is the 6:30. So 6:30 to 7, I need to mark, sorry, 6:59. I need to mark the highest high, the lowest low. In between that area, this is the highest high that has been created exactly at 6:53. Very simple logic. Yesterday also I talked about that. It is more beautiful outside of the AM session. Look at this high, 6:53, the extreme high, and the extreme low in between 6:30 to 6:30. Right, where is that? Here, this is the extreme low in between 6:30 to 7, 6:59. Low, high. I need to see one side to be taken after 7. So you see this 7 candle. Where is the 7 candle? This is the 7 candle. Okay, that is the 7 candle. Did market take it? No. The next candle failed. Then it has taken the high. What should my target? This low is my target. All I need a displacement with a fair value gap. Look at this candle and compare with all other candles. It's a beautiful displacement over here. I don't need market structure shift. I don't need any anything else over there except the displacement. Now, if you want to wait for the market structure shift fair value gap, that is over there. But if I go for the trade, depending on the 7 a.m., all I need just a displacement after clearing the high. What I'm looking for, only sell. So I got the displacement with a fair value gap. I will see if it can trade that fair value gap immediately within 3 candle or five candle. Okay, if it can trade that on stop loss, just one tick above this high or a bit higher. Okay, so not one tick, like bit higher, just bit higher above this high. Target is this low over here, which is the low in between 6:30 to 7. That's gonna be my target. Just look at how beautifully it has been respected. So market came here, fall, market structure shift, fair value gap, highest up close body close candle, order block, trade that order block, leave the unfilled gap which is over here, and then keep falling, keep falling, keep falling, keep falling, and came here. This is the AM session over here. Let's look at this sheet, just sheet, and it's not only sheet; it's highly volatile sheet. Okay, so if I take a loss, it's gonna be 40 handle, 50 handle, 60 handle loss. If I take a loss over here, if I take a loss over here around that area, the loss will be like maximum 20 handle. Around the London session, if I take a loss, maximum 20 handle. I know that it's gonna be maximum 20 handle. But if I take a loss over here, it's gonna be like 50 handle, 60 handle, something like that. 40 handle. At least 35 handle, 30 handle, something like that. What the hell over here? That was the 7 a.m. How beautiful the run was around the 7 a.m. around the London session, except this AM session. It left that sell side liquidity, worked so beautifully in here around that area in ES, but didn't work over here at all. Now it will fall. This is the lunch hour. I'm not allowed to trade inside this lunch hour. What I will do, man, in this type of scenario? Nothing to do. If I show you the yesterday 7 a.m., just remember what I'm saying here, and if you'll see that if I am changing any word or not. 6:30 to 7. This is the 6:30 to until 6:59. All you need to do, mark the highest high and the lowest low. Not relatively equal highs, not relatively equal lows, just the highest high from 1 minute chart and the lowest low. Okay. So I think that was the lowest low. No, not that one. Here. That I think this is the lowest low. Okay. I can be wrong a bit. Maybe this one. No. I think that is the lowest low. In between 6:30 to 7. The lowest low. Wait for 7 a.m. Exactly from 7 a.m. Wait to see if there is any side to be taken. If this side is taken, I'll look for sell. If this side is taken, I'll look for buy. All I need a displacement. After getting the displacement, if I find the opportunity to take the trade from the highest fair value gap, or if there is only gap, then I'll take the buy over here from the highest gap. There to there. Extend it. It need to be immediately, okay, within 5 candle. One, two, three, four. The fourth number candle has given the entry over here. Stop loss has to be below this low, below that low, which is 28 handle. I'm not interested to do that. So I'll go for 22 handle. Okay, maximum 22 handle. And my target is the high in between 6:30 to 7. So I don't know why my mouse is not. I think I have to put it into the charge. So until that area. There is no need to think about something like I think my mouse is out of charge. Look at this, Paul. How can you enter over here? Is there any way to enter over here? Simply no way. This is why I'm saying that this morning session, like Suzivan was also saying that morning session is much more difficult to trade now these days compared to any other session. Asia session, London session, New York session, New York PM session, even the lunch hour is more beautiful rather than the AM session. I don't know how to trade this market, but yeah, we'll see. Still, we have to survive here. I think it will be okay again from October. From until October, we have to deal with this price action. Still, I'm not saying this is something bad. It's bad for me. I'm seeing this market a difficult market. At least the morning session is difficult for me to trade now these days. Sometimes I'm right, most of the times I'm wrong. So please don't over leverage, don't over trade. This is not a good time to trade this market, okay? Because of the Middle East war. So try to be safe. I hope this market will be okay again. And in that type of scenario, we'll make a lot of profit, man. The good time is coming, man. I mean, inverse correlation. Oh, okay, okay, Sammy. Mm, while it's bit sideways, I was saying that it was bit sideways. Thank you, guys. I really don't have anything to say. I'll try to see the PM session. Just remember, if the last gap, which is the 50-minute chart, if this gap is holding the market, there's a high probability this market will fall. All you have to do, I showed you this to yesterday's Discord live, how to predict the PM session. So I'll come and I'll show you that in a live way. Okay. So whatever is your expectation, depending on that expectation, use the system I told you to predict the PM session. Around the PM session, you will get better price action. So if it work like that way, use it. If it doesn't work like that way, just don't trade the PM session. But I believe most of the time it is going to work because I keep showing you the example yesterday's Discord live. If you don't forget that, I keep showing that how beautifully it worked over here. Okay, so please try to use that on. I hope you'll get some beautiful setup around the PM session. Just don't get confused. All I'm saying that if this gap is holding the market, I'll keep looking for the bearish run. If this gap is not holding the market, it's broken, I'll look for the all-time high again, which is over here. So it will keep going higher. Just look for from your 15-minute chart, low, lower low, and mark the standard deviation, target the standard deviation level. I really didn't want to see this market to go higher. I wanted to see it will fall because it has perfectly respected minus 2.5 standard deviation over here. So I was more interested to see the bearish run. But the last gap over here, you can see how beautifully it is holding the market. Unfortunately, market never, it has never been able to break it. I wanted to see the buy sell liquidity after seeing this, but this shit just took me. It just took me. So unfortunately, this is what it is. This is really shit. And then the way it is falling, I don't know what to say. Tomorrow is a better day. I hope tomorrow is gonna be a better day. Okay, so we'll try to do something good tomorrow, God willing. Thank you so much, guys, for being over here. See you around the PM session. You no need to do daily analysis. It's a time waste program, as we all know. Everyday bias is bullish only. Yeah, that is all something else. Yeah, Sharada. Every day I'm bullish. Okay. Sometimes I say that I'm bearish because I need some type of reaction or something like that. So in that type of scenario, I say that I'm bearish. Like yesterday, I was bullish. It was bullish. Today, I needed to see some sort of retracement. So that's why I was saying that it's going to be bearish. It doesn't mean that I'm bearish for forever. I'm extremely bullish. This market will keep going higher until October, most probably October, but at least until September, it will be bullish. After that, the crash will come. But before going higher, I just don't want to see this type of candle from the daily chart. Okay, so this is the daily chart. Just look at this candle. Like this. I don't want to see this type of candle. Like, what the hell is this, man? I'm getting like frustrated day by day after seeing this thing. Oh man. This candle just open and started to go higher. What the hell is this, man? I've been getting my butt kicked on all sessions. Other sessions are good, man. Thank you, Suzipan. Hey Phoenix, I'm going to close the stream, man. Time distortion was much. Yeah, I agree with you, brother Sammy. Hey sister, I'm going to close the stream actually, brother. Uh, Phoenix, we'll see you around the PM session through the Discord live. Phoenix, if you're free, try to join us, man. Thank you so much, brother. Hello, Phoenix, brother. If you're free, please join us around the PM session because I think this is the market for you because you love scalping and this is a scalp market. So I think you're doing so great, man. Thank you, Trader Cups. Still, I am not happy on me with me. I'm not happy with me because the PDRs are not respecting. So if it doesn't respect and I'm getting angry, that is the place I don't like myself. Like when I got silent, when I was doing live, I got silent. I was so lo- deep in price. I even forgot everything in my life. Everything. I was just reading the candles. That's all. I hate when I feel like that way. I hate that. It's something like I don't like to do. It give me a lot of headache. I'll join you later. Thank you, Phoenix. Thank you, brother Uchuk. Thank you so much, brother. Yes, I'm loving it. Thank you so much, man. Please join us, okay? It's not your fault. Yeah, I know that it's not my fault, but I'm saying that when I fall into the deep of the price action, then I hate myself. I promised myself that I'll never go in deep of price action. Like every single candle, every single level, I'll never do that again. I promised it to myself because when I do that for a long time, my headache, my pain in my head, it's unbearable, brother. So, like, still this is what it is. Would you agree that NQ is showing more strength than ES today? No, I'm not saying that. ES is much more stronger rather than, yeah, NQ, brother. Like thousand times stronger. If we go to the 50-minute chart, see this high over here and this high over here for NQ. They're the same high. This high, this high. This is the ES market. This is the NQ market. This high has been already cleared over here. This high never been cleared by the NQ. So this uh, ES is much more stronger comparing with NQ, in my opinion, brother. Again, okay. So if you think this is stronger, I mean, sorry, this one is stronger. I will respect that, brother. Thank you, GB Smith. Nice stream, loved it, bro. Thank you, Sammy. I hope I'll see you tomorrow, brother. Today is not a good day, at least not for me. I'm not loving it. It's stressful market. Makes sense. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely, man. Trader Cups. It's so much stressful. Thank you, Phoenix, for understanding, brother. I'm just needing going to close it. Okay. See you guys on the PM session through the Discord live. Until then, cheers, guys. Oh, before closing, okay, one more time. Just give me 1 second. Look at this guy, YM. Just look at this YM. This three market, forget about just forget about this chart, okay? This chart is forget about that. This chart is the NQ, ES, YM. All of these three should be correlated. They should move all together. These three chart, they should move all together. One, two, three. Last three 15-minute candle, bearish candle. One, two, three. Bearish, bullish, bearish. One, two, three. Only bullish. This is so frustrating. If I go with ICT, there is a simple rules to trade. If you see, they're not correlated. They're not moving all together. Don't trade. This is a simple rule for ICT. Okay. But I'm here. I'm in front of my chart. I have to trade. That's why I'm pushing the button. But if you see every single day, they're not they're going each other like against to each other. Those days they're going all together, we are getting boom. All the periods are going to be respected. But the day it doesn't go all together, this three chart or the YM is extremely bearish because this is the strongest market. This market actually moved other markets, this YM market. So when this market is bearish, other markets is bullish, the PTR is going to be blown again and again. That is difficult, in my opinion, to trade. However, this is what it is, but we have to deal it with it. Don't just give up. Don't do that. Keep watching the market, keep trading the market. I'm sorry, keep reading the market and wait for good days. ICT told from this month it's gonna be beautiful. I told that no, it's not going to be beautiful from this month. It's not going to be beautiful. It's my opinion. I'm not going against ICT. ICT is always right. He's my mentor. I learned it from him. So I always appreciate him, whatever he says. But as I learned from him, depending on my knowledge, I told that it's not going to be beautiful from this month. It is going to be like this way until September or October. I'm not sure about September or October, but either this will be so much manipulative market until September, or it's gonna be so much manipulative until October. October is the last line. After October, you will come in front of your chart. I'm saying this to you. Remember this. I can see 68 people. Write it down and just don't forget because when I'll ask, tell me that I told you. On October, come in front of your chart. Just close your eyes. Push the sell button. You'll be profitable. I promise you, brother. From October. If it happens from September, then it is going to start from September. Otherwise, October is the last line. From October, simply close your eyes, push the sell button, you'll be profitable. This is going to happen. But until October, until September, maximum October, this shit will happen and market will keep going higher, keep moving higher. And you will understand what I mean to say from daily chart. Look at this daily chart. Every single day, yeah, my how to say that? I mean, mouse is almost out of charge. Every single day is bullish. Just look at this. This is the shit. It never happened in history. Never ever. In history. Never ever. You can go back, check it from NQ1. Just write it down. NQ1. You will get. Hmm, what did you say? NQ1. Okay. So this is the NQ1. You see this market, all the information you will get over here. It never happened like this way. The way it is happening over here, it never happened in history. There is bull run. no problem. But there is retracement, 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 retracement. It fall, no problem. Retracement, 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 retracement. Again, bull, retracement, 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 retracement. Bear, look at this retracement, retracement. Again, bull, right? Lot of bull run. Retracement, 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 retracement. Keep watching. Retracement, retracement, retracement. Yeah, it can be bullish, but not like this way. Is there any retracement? Not even a single retracement is over here. Except this one, I will say this is a small retracement that happened. I don't know how did it happen, but there was a small retracement. So except this one, there is no other retracement. Even we have caught that retracement if you guys remember. However, this is something that never happened. This is called a bubble. It happened in 1967. It happened in 1992. It happened in 2008. It happened. Go back. The time frame I told you, check it over there. It happened over there where the market was extremely bullish. Not like this way. There was still the retracement, but it was bullish. Extremely bullish with the retracement. Not like this way. The way it is happening. It never been happened in history. Never ever. Go back and check it. So the way it is making this bubble has to be brushed. When it will be brushed, rest is history, man. Brother, if the price action is beautiful or not, we need to trade. We need to survive. This is our job and need to trade rest of our life. Absolutely, brother. But if you trade over here, don't I'm not asking any of you to trade with the paper, I mean the real money, okay? But I'm saying you, if you trade this market, if you can trade this market, you will lose the account, you will blow the account, you will do a lot of things over here, okay? You'll be so frustrated, you will think like give up or you are going to give up. However, if you trade this market will be beautiful again. It will always be beautiful again. When it will be beautiful, every single person, I will tell that in that beautiful market, okay, some days are will be tough to trade, right? Some days will be tough to trade. And when I'll tell that this is a shit market, you will say, oh man, what you were saying, this is the one of the best beautiful market. I mean, this is the best market ever I have traded in my life. You'll say like that way because you're going through this tough market over here. Those price action will be like a piece of cake to you. You'll just need to take the cake and eat it because you are going through this tough price action. But if you give up, if you stop watching the market, if you stop watching how it is manipulating, how it is doing all of this shit, how the PDR is broken, nothing is working over here. If you skip this, when the price will be beautiful, it will be tough for you as well because your mentality is set by this way. This is the tough market. So when I'll say, remember, like just before 2 months ago, what I keep saying, "Oh, man, how easy to trade this market? Don't you? I don't know, don't you is over here or not because he was always saying, brother, it is beautiful for you, but it's not beautiful for me. Keep saying every single day, coming live, making a lot of winning trade, like consecutive winning days, consecutive winning days, consecutive winning days. I keep saying, man, this is bread and butter. Like something, how easy to trade this market is. Like something like that way. Why? Because I went through 2024. Go back to 2024. Look at the price action on 2024. It's disaster, man. Most of the year, January is really bad to trade. From 7th of February, it's really easy to trade. 2025, January was so easy to trade from February 7th of February to until September. It was disaster. Like PDRS was broken. Like it was like not working anywhere. Nothing was working. No liquidity was leaving. Something like not like this type of market. This is highly manipulative market. It's clear someone is moving this market intentionally. So this is something like shit. But in that time, that was the algorithmic price action. But the algorithm was so tough to trade in 2025. I'm sorry, 2024. I'm just watching. I lost like I got a lot of money from Top Step in 2023. I've built a lot of money over there. I lost 50%, not 50%, 55% of the money I have got from Top Step actually. I lost 55% of the money in 2024 just by February to September. Nothing was working for me. And then the 2025 came. What the hell, man? How easy this market can be? I mean, why this market is too easy? 2026 started. From February, we are expecting something good is going to happen from February. Until February, it was like, like a lot of chaos over there. Like, suddenly there is a war in Middle East. Yesterday, you remember? I framed the buy. Everything was working. Everything was fine. If you guys remember, around the okay, actually, it's from the 1 minute chart. Just let me show this to you. This is yesterday's price action. Okay, you remember? I took this buy over here. Where is 930? I think it's over here. Okay, here. I took the buy over here, right? I was saying that this market is going higher for the standard deviation until that line here. I'm saying that this market is coming until, no, sorry, not here actually, until here. That was minus 1.5 standard deviation. I was saying that this market is coming over here around this line. I took the buy exactly to the top. Sorry, exactly to the bottom here. That was the area. First time I pushed the button. Do you know what is this candle? That is a missile candle. I pushed the button to this candle. The very next candle, the news came out. UAE is under attack by a missile. Boom, took me. Then of course I took re-entry over here, and then all of this consolidation or whatever it is. But however, that was a missile candle. I'll call it a missile candle. So it is not something I'm expecting. It is going to happen, but it is happening. Why? I don't know. Like it is happening. I have nothing to do in this type of scenario. Else just say that I took this loss. Why this loss happened? Because of the missile. So that's what I'm saying. Like I was expecting something good is going to start, and there is a war. And we have to accept that. A few weeks ago, I sent you a video about changing tactics due to market conditions. This is what I was trying to say: is be careful since market is doing extraordinary things. We need to adjust for it. Uh, of course, man, we have to adjust it. I just don't want to change the habit because I know that the good market will come again, and the loss I'm making over here, like so for just $260. The last time I bought the accounts, I already got the payout. So my spending was $236 and my payout was $500 just to make it payout, and then I bought another some few accounts. I'll buy some more accounts actually next week. I'll try to make one giveaway at least. I'll try to do that. Okay, brother, depending on my money. If I have the money on my pocket, I'll try to buy one Lucid account, 50K account maybe. Yeah, 50K or 25K, I don't know what, but I'll try to make one giveaway so that I can, like, some of you can have that account. I'll try my level best next week, inshallah. And I will buy like one or two accounts because I just want to see that last time I blew the account because of my fault, and that was over leveraged. I did over leverage. So I was not happy on myself with myself. I just wanna test myself one more time. Unfortunately, I wanna do that. Last time I did it very bad. I was like 1700. My payout limit was 1500. So 1700, and then I blew it like within a moment by going with like 25 micro contract. Oh man, that was shit. I don't wanna even remember that. I just don't want to change my reading habit of the ICT concepts because I believe that this market will be good again. And when it will be good, I'll keep making the money and I'll keep saying this is just a piece of cake. So until then, I'll try to survive over here, brother. Just my opinion again. But there is nothing wrong to grab the new things. I always respect that as long as it's logical to me. Okay. So if it is logical, I'll take that, whatever it is. Like I always keep saying, man, I love the way you do the scalping. I love it, man. I don't know why, but I love it. I wish one day I will be a scalper like you, man. So I hope one day I will get that scalping habit as well. Let me join Discord. It's Sammy. You will get the link to the pin comment, brother. If you're interested, just join us. We are just like a family over there, okay? You don't need to pay anything. It's absolutely free, man. How do I frame risk using 50K account trading CFD? I never traded the CFD, brother. Never ever in my life. No, I trade it. I think I have traded the CFD because I was trading through FTMO. So yeah, I have traded the CFD. But I forgot it, man. It was like 2017 or 2018, and I was trading through the retail concept. So I really forgot about the CFD. But all I need to say, in a 50K account, if your maximum loss is $200, $2,000, okay? If your maximum loss is $2,000, make sure in a specific day you are not going to take more than $300 loss. So your maximum loss should be $300 in a day. How many trades you wanna take? It's up to you. But if you reach to $300 loss, you should stop in that specific day. That's all I can say, brother. I want to merge my scalping plus your knowledge with ICT to make a robot trader. That's awesome, brother. That's a good. Oh, we had to do a conversation, right, brother? I forgot about that. This weekend, I'll knock you, Phoenix, for sure. We'll talk about that, brother. Okay, Phoenix. I totally forgot that, man. I trade CFDs. It almost same like future. I know that, brother. But the price is not right. I mean, accurate over there. So like if you're trading CFD, just I don't remember how you should manage your risk. But for me, for a 50K account, if your maximum loss is $2,000, make sure in a specific day you're not taking more than $300 loss. That's all, man. I feel like that way, brother. I trade CFD. Oh, okay, oh, you are Aji. I thought it was the same guy. I'm using FTMO. That's why. Okay, Aziz. I trade CFD. It almost same like futures. ICT also traded last week. Okay, okay, okay. No problem, brother. Go for it. I mean, he was asking about the risk management, so I just told what I can understand about the market. I mean, sorry, about the risk management. It's like simply worthless to take more than $300 loss in a day. So if it is working and you are already profitable, made 100, 200, 300, 500, $1,000, whatever is your win, stop over there. If you take maximum $300 loss, stop over there. That's all I mean to say, brother, over here. Okay. So if you're using CFD, there is nothing wrong, man. Nothing is wrong. Okay. And if you give me the reference of ICT, I would say something to you. Okay. It is against the ideology, but I should say this to you, okay? I'm not hating ICT. He is my mentor. I repeat it. He is my mentor. I learned everything only from ICT. I never learned anything from anyone except ICT. So whatever I know about this market, all credit goes to ICT only. Only ICT. So he is my true mentor. Now, but you have to understand one thing, brother. Like I'm a YouTuber, right? I'm getting, for example, I have like 2 million subscribers. So I'm getting a lot of money over here, okay, revenue from there, from this 2 million subscriber. Now, what I will do, I know that some of you are not able to trade the futures market because you have to pay some dollar. I'm not saying this to you, brother. I'm just saying overall. Some of the people they are not able to pay $7 or $8 every month just for the subscription, right? If you want to see this, like market open, you have to pay $7, $6, $7. I don't remember because it's automatically credited from my Mastercard. So I don't remember, but $7 to $8, something like that. However, a lot of people are not able to do that. So what they will do, they will go USD 100. So they will come. Ah, where is USD 100? Okay, I think it is US 100. Yeah, it is US 100. They will come here because here they don't need to pay anything. It's free and it's almost the same, right? As I'm an influencer, yeah, of course, I'm also a mentor. I'm saying about like a lot of people. Even though I'm a mentor, but also I'm an influencer. I have a 2 million subscriber on my YouTube. I have like a lot of student followers on Twitter or everywhere. So what I will do, I will make some video for those people who are trading this US 100, right? I will say that, look how you should trade this market with CFD, like all of these things, okay? If you wanna listen the true things, that is, if you keep using this US chart, you will never be able to learn ICT concepts. Unfortunately, that is the harsh truth, man. I mean, I should not say like this way. But I don't really care. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just a trader. I'm just trying to share my knowledge. That's all. I'm not a YouTuber, so I don't really care about anything else. I don't care if you unsubscribe me or not. But it is true. If you keep trading this chart, you'll never be able to learn the ICT concept. It's not possible, brother. You have to go to the futures market. You have to pay that $6 to $7, whatever it is, to the futures market. You have to look for the chart from NQ, not even MNQ. It should be, sorry, it should be NQM, okay, which is the running contract right now, whatever it is. That's the real price. That's the correct price. You have to trade, or you have to watch the market through that chart only, no other chart. On my left monitor, it is always open, the NQ chart. I'm watching the chart NQ. Sometimes I forgot to switch to NQ chart. Like it's almost similar. Sometimes there is a manipulation. Sometimes I forgot to put it NQ chart. Instead, I put it micro chart. So whatever you listen from your mentor or from anyone, don't believe it blindly, okay? Uh, just an advice, brother. I'm not saying you should not do that. I'm just saying, just an advice, brother. You analyze using CME and execute on CFD. You analyze using CME and execute. Oh, that's cool. I mean, your analyze should be on CME. That's all, brother. Now, you wanna execute on CFD? I don't have any problem with that. But if you wanna watch the market, you have to watch the market exactly from here. See this NQM 2026. This is the chart where your analysis should be done. This chart, exactly from there. Every single tick is important over here. It's not right now, it's manipulative because Trump is doing that, so nobody can argue with him. But except that, this is the real chart that can't be manipulated by anyone without the news. If there is a news, of course, that there will be a manipulation. Except that, this chart will never be manipulated, and it's tick by tick precise. So the market, when it will be okay again, I'll show you the precision over there. I'll show you how many times it really worked the way we keep seeing the market. Now these days it doesn't respect any PDRS, but it will be okay again today or tomorrow. So if you are really interested about ICT concepts, make sure you are watching the chart from here. Otherwise, go with some prop firm as you are trading the prop firm. I think you told me FTMO. So try to use some prop firm like Lucid, Apex, Top Step Not, Funded Futures, then like Tradify. I don't know which one, but just go for some prop firm. They allow you to trade through Tradeovate. So if you are choosing the platform Tradeovate, you will get the data for free, from that prop firm. You don't need to pay for that. So you can do that as well. It's also free. Okay. However, thank you so much. If any of you are interested to join our Discord, make sure you have joined the Discord through our Discord link in the pinned comment. So here, if you come to the bottom here, there is the Discord link. Click on that link. You'll be able to go to our Discord, and it's absolutely free. You don't need to pay me anything. Okay. So yeah, that's all, guys, for now. I will see you around the PM session. I hope so. If there is electricity, otherwise we'll see you tomorrow. Today is not a good day, by the way. Yeah, that is all for now. Okay. See you guys until the next time. Cheers.